Happy Monday, guys. The day before the election. But the election is not what I want to talk to you about. I know since I'm on the ballot, you would think that that is what I was going to talk to you about, but it's really not because the whole reason I got into any of this was because um, I care about people. I care about some very specific people. I care about all people, but there's some very specific people that have my heart. And if you haven't seen it yet, you can check out Ryan Poe's Twitter and his story on the commercial appeal. And you'll see very specifically who I am very concerned about, and actually what got me, um, well, actually what kept me into this fight, and what encouraged me to run for office. But again, the election tomorrow is not my concern. My concern is another very important decision that is going to be made tomorrow by Mayor Jim Strickland for our retirees. Um, he kept it in the dark as to what he was going to do with the retirees, and this is all retirees: line of death, line of duty, injury, pre 65, and any post 65s. They just put them all together in this little lump and said, we're going to deal with them. And it's been devastating. It was devastating when it happened in 2014 when they started this. And what we're seeing now is beyond devastating. Today, we learned in a press conference that given by Donna Kirk that some of these retirees are going to face premiums and copays and deductibles that will be more than their pension checks. Think about that. More than their pension checks. So, what exactly are they supposed to do? Keep in mind, we've already been through, if you've followed this movement at all, on this fight at all, you know that there was a contract that was made between the unions and the city. And in 1967, 68, I believe, the memo I posted said that Mayor Loeb wanted the retirees put in with the regular employees because they didn't pay into Social Security at that time. I'm sorry, it was called hospitalization insurance, and so they've tried to make a determination. Well, they didn't mean medical insurance. Well, we don't offer just hospitalization unless you're talking about AFLAC or supplemental insurance. Today, everything is lumped under one umbrella, medical insurance. So yes, the assumption is that Mayor Loeb wanted the retirees to have the same benefits that the actives did. And one person came today. Now, I'm not talking about that we were just stood up. I mean, there could have been more news outlets, but it wasn't widely broadcast that there was going to be a press conference today. For one, we were trying. I believe that the goal was to not panic anyone yet, but because it is some pretty devastating numbers that were dealt today, and we're hoping that Mayor Strickland will reconsider some of the options and just leave the retirees alone. I don't understand what's so hard, but what we saw today, I did invite Kim Booker because if you guys remember a year ago, David Booker, her husband, officer David Booker, sorry, still trying to get over the crud, came up to City Hall and he has suffered a stroke, and that whole thing played out in front of the elevator, and it was heartbreaking. Today she came alone. She came alone because Officer Booker is in ICU today. And she had a confrontation with the Director of Human Resources, and it was emotional and it was real. It is what these retirees are facing. Not just her. All of them are facing these gut-wrenching decisions that they have to make. And it's not right. It's not fair. I don't even see how it's legal. It's a breach of contract. But, brilliant lawyers, I guess, can weasel out of anything. All this is a goal to get us all on the marketplace because that's what they keep pushing us towards, the marketplace. They want to sever all ties. You won't even pay out of your check anymore. You'll pay the company directly. They just want to sever all ties, wash their hands of you after you've given all your time. I liken this to a game, where you agree to a certain set of rules, and then when the other player gets to the finish line, you change the rules to benefit yourself. That's not fair. These people can't go back to work. Some of them, there's no way Dave Booker can go back to work. He's in ICU today. And on any given day, we don't know how he's going to be. But Kim Booker should not have to be up there fighting for her insurance. She should be by her husband. And today, her kids are in town, so don't think that she just left, and her kids are here. And they wanted her to be able to go up and speak to the HR director. That's why she was there. She shouldn't have to worry about that. She should be able to spend her time with her husband, taking care of him. But nope, she's got to worry about herself. And that's not right. And that's telling my dog. It's not right, and it's not fair. And it should never happen. So tomorrow, Jim Strickland has literally their life in his hands, their well-being, their access to health care and medication. Do you think that if they, are spending their entire premiums, their pensions on the premiums, how can they afford the deductibles to go? They're not going to get health care that they need. This is literally a life and death situation for some people. And I don't understand why that doesn't equate to some people. And for the actives, this could be you. For anybody that has insurance and retirement, or you think you do, this could be you. Because the ultimate goal is to get us into the marketplace. Quentin Robinson said that himself. So take a look at the video, and I want you to put your mother, your father in that position. Picture them there like Kim Booker did today. Picture them. Now, how does this affect those who are not City of Memphis employees? Do you really think officers are going to stay here? You don't think they see Kim Booker? They see Betsy Warren? They see Donna Kirk having to fight for their very well-being, for their very existence. They see that. And you think they want that to be their husband or wife if something were to happen to them? You think that that's acceptable? Or you think to them that when it's all said and done and they've given their heart and their soul and their energy, and they've served the city with excellence, and then your gift to them is to toss them out like trash, you think you're going to keep officers? You're crazy. As a taxpayer in Memphis, I would be upset that all the training that is invested in each officer, each fireman, each employee, because as the first responders, they're picked off. They get about 5 years in the streets of Memphis. Those are some excellent officers, and they're worth every penny that another police department will shell out for them. But then the taxpayers have to just turn right around and fund it again to train some new ones that will be gone in 5 years. We are not going to recruit and retain officers. That's how it impacts you. Crime is going to continue to go up. That's how it impacts you. These are contracts that were signed and agreed upon by the parties involved, the city and the employees. It was breached. So what makes you think that they will honor any promise they have made to the citizens of Memphis? It's a valid question. These people relied on the city for their livelihood. I have relied on the city, lost my insurance. It's cost me another $500. But you know what? I'll just get another job, and that's okay. But Kim Booker can't do that. Dave Booker can't do that. There are people that cannot do that. It's not fair that it happened to me. But these retirees, that is criminal. It's just criminal. And I hope come tomorrow, I pray that tomorrow Jim Strickland comes to his senses and honors. Be different from your predecessor, sir. Be different. Honor the commitment that was made by Mayor Loeb in the 60s to all retirees. Because what you're doing is devastating. It's destroying lives. And that, sir, is on you. And that's just the honest to God's truth.